Okay, I got my question.
Tara DJ Chapel, I see you,
Elegance, and you got your own bag, you're so bad. Baby girl ain't written shit, you own that. Shawty think she in love when she meet me. Young hustler got it right out the mud. It wasn't easy, she respect that. Sophisticated elegance, and you got your own bag, you're so bad. Baby girl ain't written shit, you own that.
Chandeliers, smoking leers. Wet pussy bad bitches, no fears. Long time coming up, no tears. Trying to reach our status, nigga, it take years.
We been all around the world now, and they is coming up, we said it once. Top tier, sliding down the west coast, blazing steel, surrounded by the best dope, kush bills.
Roll it up and head out, on the west from the south. Fuck you, keep the chopper, keep my name in your mouth. Cool nigga, dreaded up, got $1 million house. Roll the props, watch, fuck the feds in the car. Send a bitch, deal shit, we some rich ass nigga. Watch the tone in my present, what the fuck wrong with you? Making music, telling story, painting vivid ass pictures. Smoking dope like a pro, got them nutrients mixed.
See now I'm counting my riches, you looking suspicious. I try to get with you and now I can't hear you. I love to go fishing, so our music relentless. We ain't no pretenders, these bitches be calling, be curving the style cause we on a mission.
ATLATA is where them players stay all day, don't play. We coming up with fly shit each and every day, and not to mention, by the way, had to move out to LA. It ain't no children at the place, so close your mouth and fix your face.
Shawty think she in love when she meet me. Young hustler got it right out the mud. It wasn't easy, she respect that. Sophisticated elegance, and you got your own bag, you're so bad. Baby girl ain't written shit, you own that. Shawty think she in love when she meet me. Young hustler got it right out the mud. It wasn't easy, she respect that. Sophisticated elegance, and you got your own bag, you're so bad. Baby girl ain't written shit, you own that.
Yo, folks, you tripping on this motherfucker.
All my niggas, we litty, litty, litty in the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty, litty in the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Oh, hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. Oh, 50s, AC the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. We done turned up the city, yeah. Lit with a stick, effing in with a switch. We done turned up the city, let's get it. Let me pop champagne like I pop my shit. We ain't letting these white niggas in. It's a real nigga session, we ain't sick that shit. We got after mud in the city. When you see me outside, get that, don't miss. Watch how you approach my whip. Got a pole so big, it a little French kiss. With a choppy and a monkey on the stick. Tell the other rap niggas be quiet, eat shit. Drink piss, she ain't lit like this, she ain't lit like this. Can't get like this. These niggas ain't built like this. Can't get like them, ain't lit like this. My niggas ain't lit like this. I put myself in position of winning, I'm never gonna stop. Yeah, I put myself in position of winning, I'm never gonna stop. Yeah. Y'all gon' give me mine, we all gon' shine. The lights is right here. Ribbon the ice this year. We getting through the stripe this year. Chevy on the road, no licenses. Tell them get out the way. Tell them get out my lane, right over. Stack it up till all my tanks is cold. I lay it down, no yoga. Watching my back for the snakes and the cobras. Eyes on my body, you can tell I'm a soldier. Fuck with the family, the team, you a goner. Turn up the city, that little big one show me a titty. That little big one give me the kitty. Rather link up with Millie and get us a Millie. This too bitty, we do it big in this bitch when the whole shit lit when we here. You just get on, let's get this shit clear. We been at the throne, sitting out chairs. Stuff, your bitch come up missing this probably. She with the team, no monogamy. We turn this bitch to monopoly. We want the bread and the pasta. If not, it's gon' turn to a robbery. So many arms swung, it gotta be up. I'll never stick around long, so baby gon' follow me up. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. Oh, Phoenix, Daisy, the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hundreds, got 50s, 50s. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell up on us, we litty, yeah. So they got hunters, got bitty, bitty. Phoenix, crazy, the city, yeah.
Out in AZ, it get hot like a sign. On my money flowing, I stay focused on quality. I color wave, scuba diving like Sada. Stay dressing all black with some homelands and shots. 708 to the 623, from the snow to the desert, they envy me. Broadway to Bell, you got plenty to see. They got feelings on loud, made a feel for the kids. I plan to see, watch it grow like a kid. Niggas thinking it's me till we actually meet. It's a king and a man, it don't matter to me. Ain't no pork on my phone, what the fuck is a beat? Got it hot on the blood like 100 degrees. Gotta go let it blow like a motherfucking breeze. Gotta stay on my cues, on the habits and peace. Doing shit I know niggas might never believe.
20s got 100s, got 50s. I'm stacking that shit till it's hitting the ceiling. Making it rain, the whole gang in the building. I'm in the field with some killers and bitches. Get out the way, they trying to get pictures. Bitches a flood, you see how I'm tripping. Go like this bitch up if they get to tripping. We in this bitch T, that's my own business. They hate out the slot, nigga, flow through the city. And I got some bitches, and they got some bitches. Know that they with it, really the man. That shit he giving, turn the bitch up, that's just how I'm feeling. Standing no shit, so fuck how you living, cause we get it litty. Cause we get it litty, then pipe up the city.
Bitch, I go stupid, you niggas is foolish. I told you I do this, put that on my fans. Niggas want me pistol, put him to sleep, then I bury his body right next to his grave. Yeah, I'm the man. Switch but been grinding, they hate me cause they bitches wanna be friends. I need me some ends, the way I've been whipping these niggas is slavery all over again. First I've been kicking, it's Tony J. Wicked, the Lord is my witness, you never gon' win. Bitch, I go hard like that nigga Vince Carter. I dug on you niggas with arm in the ram. My blood is the night when I write. A nigga shot out like a diamond, a ruby, a gem. Niggas be scared in the lab, they be looking all sad like, damn, we ain't fucking with him.
All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hunters, got bitty, bitty. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hunters, got bitty, bitty. Phoenix, crazy, the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hunters, got bitty, bitty. We done turned up the city, yeah. All my niggas, we litty, litty. Nigga, hell about us, we litty, yeah. 20 got hunters, got bitty, bitty. We done turned up the city, let's go. Yeah.
We are live, y'all. It's Tuesday night. Y'all know what fucking time it is. 8 o'clock my time in AZ. 7 o'clock y'all time. Tuesday night. I got my co-host America. Got my co-host Sal. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, what's up?
What's up with it?
Oh, that was a dry. Hey, what's up? Man, get an interview to it. Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, how was y'all week? How was y'all weekend?
I worked most of the week and the weekend. So we're just working and trying to stay productive, really.
Okay.
Yeah,
America.
trying to stay
I
productive.
partied the whole weekend.
Yeah, we know you be lit all weekend.
All weekend. Turns up.
So, America, what's going on with your events? Like, give us a little insight on what you got popping this weekend coming up.
This weekend I have an artist showcase in Vegas. A couple of artists coming up from LA as well. They won a contest last month with the Elite Program Presents or whatever it was in Hollywood, LA. So a couple of people want some slots up here. So it's going to be pretty big. We had a comedy show Sunday and we packed out. We actually sold out. So, and these are people from North Carolina. These are people from Atlanta. They're not even from Vegas. And they all flew out here just for this event. And they stayed the whole week. So we be out this Saturday as well. You guys can come. Doors open at 8. They're still booking slots for anybody who's still interested.
Okay. Sal, how was your weekend?
Kind of breaking up.
Just busy. Like, I'm a mom, so when I'm not working on my book or giving some artist advice. Oh, actually, I did something. I did do something. So, I went to the studio yesterday to look over a couple of artists. As you guys know, like artists have me come in the studio and I look over their music and it kind of give them advice like where when they should drop their music or how many songs you should put on your mixtape compared to your album and how many videos you should put out and stuff like that, whatever. I give artists the insight on the right time to put out music and how to put out music and the platforms to where you need to put your music at. So that was fun. I mean, I haven't done that in a while, but that was dope. We have oh my god, 2 times. If anybody know this guy, he's out of LA. He is him and another artist, Yada, from I believe he's from Vegas, or he just lives out here in Vegas. But they are two dope artists that people need to look out for.
Okay.
Really dope.
So tonight, well, it's our third night on air. We back. It's show number 3. It's getting bigger and bigger. So tonight we got Lil Tommy the Clown dancer. Started the movement a long time ago. We're gonna tap in with him, see what he got moving, see what's next for him. We got Judi Jai. Hopefully, she sent me a text saying she's trying to work everything out with her phone. Judi Jai from Bad Girls Club. Man, so do y'all watch Bad Girls Club? Give me a little insight on Bad Girls Club on what all goes on. Because I've seen clips and pieces, but you know, I don't really mess with TV like that.
I don't watch it per se, because I know a lot of the people that be on the show that's like hip hop and love and stuff. I really don't watch them because, well, not the one like Atlanta or LA, you know, I mean Atlanta or like New York or whatever. I watch them, you know, whatever, because I don't really know them. But like people coming from out of LA, and you know, some people that be on like the Bad Girls Club, the Baddies of Las Vegas. I really just watch the clips, and I be there on all my social media. So they put so much on the social media thing to where I really don't watch the show, because I already know what's gonna happen, or I already know their business anyway. So just be like, you know, I just be like, oh, y'all don't know that? I knew that already, so I don't really be watching it like that.
It definitely changed from the first Bad Girls. I don't know what this is now. They got all these baddies of all these things, and it's not the same.
Baddies of Victorville, baddies of Adelanto, baddies of Hesperia.
Oh, if they do baddies, Desert, oh my God.
Hey, I just saw some jail baddies. It's like a penitentiary baddie's about to come out. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
You know, so,
are you serious?
So hold on. So how you a baddie in jail? Like what's going on with that?
Hey, they didn't look too bad. I ain't gonna lie, they look better than some of the new baddies that's coming out on, you know, that's on the street. Wow. I was like, okay, you know, but the old baddies was popping. My sister actually auditioned for some of the baddies, and it was popping. I don't know about now. You know,
so you heard it here first on HipHopTalkz. Y'all heard it here first. HipHopTalkz baddies of the county jail will be on Zeus TV coming up real soon.
You know what they should do? They should do baddies moms. Like, who's the baddest moms? Like that would be like that might
actually be dope.
Like bad moms. Like we had one in my cousin them used to be in one in Victorville, and they was like the football moms, and they was called, you know, bad moms or whatever. And they went on vacations, they went, you know, they did a lot of things within their kids, you know, everything. But that would be just, we should work on that. Baddies moms, or like bad moms or whatever, like the show. I think that'd be dope.
You got all the plugs. Put it together.
I know how I should put. You know, that's a good idea. I'm about to write that down.
Okay, y'all. We also got Reggie White Jr., head security from Death Row back in the days, man. He gonna fill us in a little bit how he met Suge Knight. Gonna ask some questions about Death Row. So I want to ask y'all, what's your best memory about Death Row from back in the days? Like, what's your favorite memory?
I'm getting a bad second.
Oh, I'm like, America, you can go, because
mine is when Snoop Dogg got on stage. It was like, the East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Y'all don't love us. That's one of my favorite memories right there, man. But shout out to Snoop, Suge Knight, man. He locked away. R.I.P. Tupac, man. Gone too soon. But Death Row definitely did their thing in the 90s, man. We're gonna talk to Reggie White about everything, how it started. He actually took over Death Row Records for a little while after Suge went to jail. I think it was like the first time. So we're gonna talk to him about that. We're gonna ask him some questions. We're gonna get to know everything. So we're gonna mute the screen. We're gonna play a couple of more tracks before we bring on the first interview. Oh, we also got our up-and-coming artist G Corleon. He's gonna be on first. Okay. We're gonna tap in with him, see what he's working on, play a couple of his tracks. So we're gonna mute the screen, play some music real quick. Y'all stay rocking with us.
Bounce that big old, she got the big old. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. She like twerk, she like pop. She she make it drop, she make it walk. She like to twerk, she like to pop, she make it drop, she make it walk. Bounce that big old pop, bounce that big old twerk, bounce that big old, bounce that. I'm like, go, whoa, it's your birthday, he'll make it shake. Hit like an earthquake, go ahead, bounce. Hit what your mom gave, uh-oh. Hit the Beyonce, and like, don't stop. Pop that, you got the wop. Girl with a mop at, real street nigga in the right with a block at. Hot in here, girl, yeah, where your top at. Not real no cap, I need the nightcap. I'm trying to palm that, hit from the back. Hit right every night, yeah, then I be back. Making the cheek clap, leaning the C back. Take it off, bend over, hey, let me see it. I pimp see it. I fucked your bitch and flip flop made by Yeezy. She on TikTok, it made it look easy. Back and forth, yeah, my little vibe like a lead. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. She like twerk, she like pop. She make it drop, she make it walk. She like twerk, she like to pop. She make it drop, she make it walk. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old, bounce that big old.
Pop that pussy from the other side. Throw that edge like a stripper do. I'ma do it for a real nigga. Make a nigga do a trick or two. Never tell him that I need him. Baby, know I really pick and choose. Make a nigga wanna call me back, but when he call me back, you know we get into it. He like, shawty, why you out like that? Shawty, how you talk like this? I'ma spend all of this money if you can come talk right quick. He just wanna get in my flavor. I'ma let him do what he please. Top down, back up. I'ma do it all on my knees,
Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old work. Bounce that big old walk. She like twerk, she like pop. She make it drop, she make it walk. She like twerk, she like to pop. She make it drop, she make it walk. Bounce that big old pop. Bounce that big old twerk. Bounce that big old, bounce that big old. Bounce that big old, she got the big old. Yeah. Out the gate, I been and dropped that cake if niggas think it's sweet. Outside like a halfback on the sweep, the chopper block for me. Every pack I sent TD, this Tupac, yeah, eyes on me. Whole ass niggas so police, gang ain't bitch, we hella deep. LAFA, I move like the Hefe, I'm ahead of decade. Move the block of arcade, yeah, I bought out like the Barclay, bitch. On the block always, never off, no days. I ain't going no way, and I don't roll on low grade. 1,000 pills, 100 pills, I'm serving major weight. Traffic hitting traffic to the bag, I'm on the way. Give a fuck who listen to it. I make dope and gun music. Swing my dough, I run through it. Cook my dope, my bitch do it. Bitch don't get away, she wanna fucking fight, get into it. I been locked up and bond out, same day re-up, yeah, right back to it. Money talk, I'm trapping that Chris Tucker. I don't want hit nothing. Hella nice, I sacrifice to suffer. Bitch, my money double. Shooting shit, but I ain't got no jumper. My hood like a jungle, stack a star. Then feed my hunger, 100. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine's in your bitch. Trap house, I'm on Gucci shit. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, I half a bow, a whole bow, 100 bell black. I run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, hold it up, load it up, be bustin' with the Dre. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, a whole bow, a half bow, 100 bell play. Run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, drippin' fresh, VVS, put diamonds in your face. Quarters, halves, hoes, bounce that asshole. It's a party. They get wasted at my shows. Talking trapped out in my trap house, I'm like, everything goes. I take 2 for this, need 3 for that, like, give me 4 for those.
Hey, real quick, you guys, we got people joining the interview link. If you're not being interviewed, you have to use the YouTube link to watch. You cannot watch from the StreamYard link. G Corleon is next. He should be the only one using the interview link, which is StreamYard. The YouTube link, I just shared it to him. You got to click the YouTube link. I got to boot everybody out that's not in the interview. You have to use the YouTube link. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
In my city, what they know about it. The streets can't tell me shit about it. The package had to reroute it. Bond it out for 10,000. Pay me what you owe with your life. How you won't go about it? A whole blunt, a half cup, my high as fuck. 2 drops of pounds in the trash can. My bitches wash my dishes. Don't nobody fuck with my kitchen. Heavy glass extended. On my jobs got drum switches. Bucket list 100 billion. As I make the streets feel it. Just trash. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The winter's mine in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. When the time to pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine's in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. I half a bowl, a whole bowl, 100 bell plaque. I run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, hold it up, load it up, be busting with the tray. Quarter brick.
We got to start that one over. This is a banger. We got to start that one over real quick.
Out the gate, I been and dropped that cake if niggas think it's sweet. Outside like a halfback on the sweep, the chopper block for me. Every pack I send TD, this Tupac, yeah, eyes on me. Whole ass niggas so police, gang ain't bitch, we hella deep. LAFA, I move like the Hefe, I'm ahead of decade. Move the block of arcade, yeah, I ball out like the Barclay, bitch. On the block always, never off, no days. I ain't going no way, and I don't roll on low grade. 1,000 pills, 100 pills, I'm serving major weight. Traffic in the traffic to the bag, I'm on the way. Give a fuck who listen to it. I make dope and gum music. Swing my dough, I run through it. Cook my dope, my bitch do it. Bitch don't get away, she wanna fucking fight, get into it. I been locked up and bond out, same day re-up, yeah, right back to it. Money talk, I'm trapping that Chris Tucker. I don't want hit nothing. Hella nice, I sacrifice and suffer. Bitch, my money double. Shooting shit, but I ain't got no jumper. My hood like a jungle, stack a star. Then feed my hunger, 100. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine's in your bitch. Trap house, I'm on Gucci shit. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, I half a bowl, a whole bowl, 100 bell plaque. I run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, hold it up, load it up, be busting with the tray. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, a whole bowl, a half bowl, 100 bell play. Run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, dripping fresh, VVS, put diamonds in your face. Quarters, halves, hoes, bounce that asshole. It's a party. They get wasted at my shows. Talking trapped out in my trap house, I'm like, everything goes. I take 2 for this, need 3 for that, like, give me 4 for those. In my city, what they know about it. The streets can't tell me shit about it. The package had to reroute it. Bond it out for 10,000. Pay me what you owe with your life, how you won't go about it. A whole blunt, a half cup, my high as fuck. 2 drops of pounds in the trash can. My bitches wash my dishes. Don't nobody fuck with my kitchen. Heavy glass extended. On my jobs got drum switches. Bucket list 100 billion. As I make the streets feel it. Just trash. When the time I pot a water park, I had the water whip. The winter's mine in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. When the time to pot a water park, I had the water whip. The summer's mine's in your bitch. Trap house on that Gucci shit. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, I half a bowl, a whole bowl, 100 bell plaque. I run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, hold it up, load it up, be busting with the tray. Quarter brick, half brick, a whole brick. Yeah, a whole bowl, a half bowl, 100 bell play. Run it up, count it up, I'm getting to the K. Yeah, dripping fresh, VVS, put diamonds in your face.
All right, y'all, we live. It's Tuesday night. Me, America, still a lady. How y'all feeling about tonight? Y'all ready? It's about to go down.
I'm ready.
All right, hold on, Sal. I can't hear you. You muted.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm super ready. Yeah.
All right, first interview we gonna bless y'all with tonight. My boy G Corleon out of West LA. What's good, fam? Can you hear us? Yo, can you hear us?
No, he got on mute. Turn the mute on.
You're muted.
Press the mute thing at the bottom. The microphone.
Yeah, hit the microphone.
Hit the microphone.
All right, give us a second, y'all. He's trying to figure it out. We can see him. He's just on mute.
Corleon, it's like a red mute button at the bottom. Just press that button.
Yeah, it should be right at the bottom of your screen, bro. It should say camera and mute. And mic, I mean. All right. Okay, hold on, y'all. Give him some time. Give him some time. All right, hopefully he figured it out. But yeah, it's Tuesday night, y'all. Big interview coming up. Reggie White from Death Row Records, man. So, what's your favorite Death Row song? What's your favorite Death Row song?
Anything.
It's so many of them.
Anything. It's it's like anything that came out of Death Row was just
fire.
It's our era. It's everything. That was dope.
Okay, we still see you, bro. You just still on mute. All right. Hopefully, when
everybody was scared of Death Row, but you gotta admit that they brought the heat. They didn't just bring the intimidation and stuff. Like they actually made good music. Like they was actually, you know what I'm saying? Besides the conversation of everything else that was going on, everybody that was a part of Death Row was somebody, and they still are somebody to this day. And
favorite
I think
artist,
that Snoop Dogg taking over. That was
Tupac.
Favorite artist of Death Row, Tupac.
Tupac. Yep, that's mine.
He had a lot of other artists. I mean, they had a lot of other artists like Eastwood and, other artists that I know personally. So I'd say Tupac, Eastwood.
Mine was Daz, honestly. I'm a big
Corrupt and Daz. Him is my boy.
There we go. There we go.
There you go, bro. Okay, we can hear you now. G Corleon is in the building. What's good, bro?
What's the deal, man? I was having some technical difficulties, bro.
Hey, don't trip, man. I still be having difficulties too with this shit, man. Don't trip. So you out of West LA, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you get started in the rap game? What drew you to it?
Man, I was drawn to this hip hop things and shit.
Okay, hold on. I think we got a bad connection. He just went black. Give us a second, y'all.
This phone is crazy sometimes.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been this hip hop thing, man, since I was, man, it's probably 8.
Okay.
I'm really like a hip hop person.
So at age 8, was you just listening to hip hop, or was you already writing?
Nah, I was just listening. I was infatuated with it. Like I'm a real hip hop. I'm a child of hip hop. Like for real.
So
you fell in love with hip hop then?
Like, yeah, I fell in love with it. Like I'm a hip hop historian. I'm really embedded. Like it's in me. Like.
So what artists got your attention and made you say, "Hey, I think I want to do this shit when I get older"?
Man, there was so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Snoop probably the main one.
Okay, Snoop. Okay.
Snoop, man. You know what I'm saying? It go back. Big Daddy Kane. It's like I'm really embedded. Like
he said Big Daddy Kane. We talking about a real hip hop head. Yeah.
I'm really embedded, man. Feel me?
So how old were you when you started rapping?
I remember going to the studio for the first time as early as 12 or 13.
Okay, all right. Nice age to start at.
So what you
said? I wasn't starting yet though. I was just like, yeah, I can rap, and it's like an older uncle or a cousin to be like, oh yeah, you can rap. I'm gonna take you to the studio then, little nigga, like that type of shit. I'm getting in there with these grown men, like they looking at me like, let me hear what you got, little nigga, like
Exactly.
But I wasn't there yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start really till years later. You feel me?
Okay.
Go ahead. When I say hip hop historian, meaning
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
like I really know things. Like I really did my research. You know what I'm saying? I really read this. I read. Yeah, I study it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this what we do, man. Me and my partner, Lyle Richie. You feel me? This is what we do.
All right, what you got for us, Sal?
No, I just wanted him to elaborate more on the historian part of hip hop. I've heard this the second time I've heard somebody say that, and I was like, usually when you hear a story and it's like somebody that went to school for it, like they literally study, every word, every lyric. Like you could say something automatic. They know who it came from. Any beat, you know that came from, like you said, Big Daddy Kane, or you know what I'm saying, or a Run DMC or something. You know, so that's
Yeah,
why I would like, yeah.
that's my favorite group though. The All Time group.
Okay. So, describe your first studio session when you first started rapping, man. How was it? Was you nervous in there, or did you go in there and knock it out like a champ?
Man, I was nervous as shit, man. And I didn't stop. I barely stopped being nervous. Like within the last, I was still nervous. I really started really recording and trying to do this thing in like 2013. Then I like took a break and I don't know, but I stayed nervous all the way up until like 2017.
Oh,
Okay.
Like I stayed nervous. I'm probably still nervous sometimes. Actually, I don't even record. I'm
okay,
not even the type like you won't even hear people say like, yeah, I was in G session. Like, no, you're not gonna hear that. Might be listening, but you're not gonna be in there when I'm recording.
Okay. Go
You
ahead, Sal.
know.
well, since you said that you know, you're in the studio and you know what I'm saying, you doing your thing or whatever. So I have this question for you. Are you a freestyle rapper, or are you like a punch in rapper? Like, or you know what I'm saying, you write stuff down? Like, how do you get into your mood of, you know, getting it all down?
Originally, I was more of a freestyle rapper.
Mm.
Like I was originally more of a freestyle rapper, but now I really sit down and really we writing. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the difference too.
Yeah,
When
definitely,
you
definitely,
could tell
definitely.
what I'm writing. Like if you listen to this new project that I put out in October, the West Side Vibe, you can tell I wrote think everything on it. Like I
Okay.
really sat down and wrote everything. You can it tells from the rap verses. You go to listen to my old project G, like you kind of can tell the difference. It's more the patterns is different. The bars is way crazier when I'm writing. You know.
So speaking of G Life, who all was featured on that project? What are producers? Let us know a little bit about your first
G
project, G
Life,
Life.
it was produced by my boy Lotto Richie. That's my partner. You feel me? Lotto Richie from Philly, Mac Lucci, Big
Mm.
Doty.
Shout out Mac Lucci. I fuck with
Oh,
Lucci.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Doty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
God,
was
yeah,
all
Doty.
on G Life, man. You
Okay.
feel me? You say they're my guys though. You know.
Man, I was just playing some Mac Lucci in the whip about 2 weeks ago, man. I stay
For
on some Mac
real?
Lucci. Yeah.
Yeah,
Built the
man, that's my
ball. What y'all
guys.
know about that,
Yeah. You know, that's
man?
my guys over there, man.
Yeah,
Them-
I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan, but go
Hey,
ahead.
I'm a big fan of them, definitely.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, they're my guys, bro.
I
So
still get
what
Um,
happy birthdays from them. That's my guys. Yep.
so from the G Life project, what did you learn to help you keep growing as an artist?
um, man, you just gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal. And I just had to go back to the drawing board and put more into my craft. You feel
Okay.
me?
Okay.
And I can tell it's paying off right now. You know.
So
Definitely.
what's the inspiration to this new album?
Um, it was a lot. Like just the vibe. I finally like caught a vibe.
Mm.
And it probably came from listening to different people, like the artists that's out now. You know, man, you get stuck in your own zone, like shit, I'm it. Like ain't nobody better than me. You get stuck in that zone sometimes. But this
Yeah.
time I kinda like caught a whole vibe from different people. You know what I'm saying? Blast, the Larry June, all of
Mm.
them. I fell into the I caught it and I couldn't shake it. So it's like, okay, this might be what I'm looking for. It's this
So
little
you found your sound.
yeah, I found my sound finally and I'm really comfortable in it. You know what I'm saying? So I still dibble and dabble in the club joints, might catch me on some strip club shit, but that's just like I said, I hang around niggas like Mac Lucci. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in reality, but we also got a smooth sound too. You know, because
Okay.
that's just that West Coast. You feel me?
All right, y'all. We're gonna pause the interview right here. We're gonna play his first track. It's called "I'm Good," featuring Lotto Richie.
Yeah.
Shot by off air.
Yeah. I'm moving like a nigga should. I'm holding when I'm riding through the hood. I know it sounds strange, that's the way it been. I'ma tell you one thing, you won't play with me. Cause I'm riding, sliding, vibing, cause I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Moving through the city like I'm Suge, nigga. Yeah. Sliding through the hood cause I'm good, nigga. Yeah. Keep that thing on my lap, I wish you would, nigga. Cause if you run up on this whip, it ain't all good, nigga. Bullets flying in and out your head like a 747 jet. Make a nigga t-shirt wet. I'm from Washington Boulevard with a gangster's bang. I'm on Washington and Ridgely. Nigga ain't no thing, I'm selling crack, sun down to sun up. I pull his pistol on you and my team, we gon' go one up. On the scoreboard, we killing shit, popping shit, we dropping shit. West side, Marvin Gates, the Crip, fuck the opposite. We the hardest on this continent. Blue jag, blue rag, and my bitch bad. Plus she jumps out with a blue bag. Throw them trays up, that'll make you niggas too mad.
I throw the trays up, that'll make you niggas too mad. I'm moving like a nigga should. I'm holding when I'm riding through the hood. Know it sounds strange, that's the way it be. I'ma tell you one thing, you won't play with me. Cause I'm riding, sliding, vibing, cause I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Can you watch a nigga ball? The hood bitches hoping that I hit him raw. If it don't involve you, you shouldn't get involved. Small niggas having dreams of living large. Turn a quarter to a quarter meal. Niggas good book then turn to a Lauryn Hill. Time is money and we can't afford to chill. If the cops don't kill you, then a corner will. I be on that block, but G corleon. Yeah. Right around that Maybach, my rolling. Yeah. I'm about my cheese, I need provolone. Yeah. Even though we off-white, they know we on. Yeah. Right around the hood with a big ladder. White Jag feeling like Mick Jagger. Seats 10 looking like a Ritz cracker. I'm moving like a nigga should. I'm holding when I'm riding through the hood. Know it sounds strange, that's the way it be. I'ma tell you one thing, you won't play with me. Cause I'm riding, sliding, vibing, cause I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Hell, Bobby.
Big Corleon is in the building. Live interview is going down now, man. And so I definitely can hear the Macalucci vibes. I can tell y'all all kick it and got that sound, bro. Y'all got that smooth West Coast sound. So who shot that video for you?
Oh, my boy Off Air shot that video, man.
Okay, that video is smooth, man. I like it. I like the track too. I like the hook, especially too.
Good looking, man.
All right,
Yeah, that's the newest joint.
Okay.
My question. No, I like your video. I like the whole sound, everything. But of course, I obviously know where you're from. You make it very clear all throughout the video. Do you have problems trying to put your music out there, knowing that you're also putting where you're from out there?
Nah, that might only be that's probably the only song on the album that you hear me even say that.
Okay. So that was my only question for you. So you have different genres of music and it's not
you know, the thing is about me, like a lot of people, they already know. Like if you could do your research on me, you will see it, different things here and there. You'll know, but because I deal with everybody, so it's kind of like it's kind of like, man, it's G, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I've been around in the streets, for a while, so it's like it's kind of okay, that's the homie though, like you know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Okay. What you got from Sal? You on mute?
All right, look like she froze.
Oh, I am so sorry.
There you go.
So knowing that, I'm saying that you are from a hood, just like any, I know Mac Lucci and I know all them or whatever. Do you get a lot of support from your hood, or do you get more support from other people?
You know what? I know I get support from my neighborhood. I do. I
Okay.
get support from my neighborhood. I get support from my whole area.
Okay.
You
So
know.
LA is supporting you. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah. I fuck around, man. I fuck around with everybody, man. I mean, I'm in everybody's hood.
So you don't have no
Love it.
haters out there. Ain't nobody hating on you or whatever. You ain't got
You
that
know what?
intolerance.
I haven't had those problems. Like,
Oh, that's
you know,
okay.
it's I don't be having those problems.
He
Okay.
said he
All right,
blessed in
y'all.
I'm
highly
also
favored.
grown too, though. So you know, it could be that, you know. And I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't carry myself like that, you know. Hey, like, I'm a grown
It
man.
all goes
You
off
feel
how
I
me?
you
love
carry
it.
yourself, man. Because
Yep.
I know
Yeah,
artists that bang their hood in their songs, but they don't be having problems because they still carry themselves like a grown ass
That's
man. They don't be
yeah.
out
exactly.
I'm a grown
trying to
man.
flirt
You
or
feel
whatever.
me?
Exactly.
All right, y'all. We're gonna pause the interview again. We're gonna play his next track. It's called Rock for Rock.
You ain't seen what I seen, nigga. You ain't been through what I've been through. Nigga, my life is true. I really been out here thugging out. Ask my niggas, I'm really about it. We be shooting out. And when it come to squabble, I squabble up. Standing tall in my blue chucks. Real nigga out here saying rock for rock. Just ask car wash on the block. I sell rock for rock. Packing that black Glock. Fuck the enemies down the block. Plus on niggas whether they like it or not. I'm really about that shit. Niggas say they
Niggas say
hot, but
they
they
hot, but
not.
they not.
Your homie
Your
got
homie got
pop.
caught.
Talking about you
Talking
gon'
about you
slide
gonna
on the
slide
op.
on the op.
I really
I
doubt
really
that
doubt
shit.
that shit.
Niggas faking
Niggas
out here
faking
like
out
they
here like they
ballin'.
ballin'.
Nigga, I was
Nigga, I was
born with a
born with a
Spalding.
Spalding.
Money
Money
falling.
falling.
Look at all
Look
the
at all them
broads and all
bras
the
and all them
cars.
cars.
Fly
Fly
chains and
chains
these
and these
fly
fly
whips.
whips.
And these
And
bad
these
bitches
bad bitches
sucking dick.
sucking dick.
The
The
hardest nigga
hardest
that you
nigga
done
that you
heard
done
of.
heard of.
G
G.
Corleone and my
Corleone and my
flows is
floaters.
murderous.
Murderers.
I don't
I
got
don't
time for
got
that
time for that
bullshit.
bullshit.
All my
All
niggas
my
with the
niggas with the
bullshit.
bullshit.
Yes, and we
Yes,
pull
we
them
pull them
quick.
quick.
I ain't really
I ain't
got
really
no
got
time
no
for
time for
this.
this.
When it
When it
comes to
comes
this
to this
rap shit,
rap
I be
shit, I
really
be
out
really
here
out
in
here
this
in
shit.
this shit.
Niggas
Niggas
talking all
talking
that
all that
weak
weak
shit
shit.
on that
On that
microphone with
microphone
them
with
weak
them weak
lyrics. We
lyrics.
don't
You
want none
don't
of
want
your
none of your
appearance. You ain't
appearance. You
seen
ain't
what I
seen what
seen,
I've
nigga.
seen, nigga.
You ain't been
You
through
ain't
what
been
I've
through what
been
I've been
through.
through.
Nigga, my life
Nigga,
is
my life
true.
is true.
I really
I
been
really
out
been
here
out here
thugging out.
thugging out.
Ask my
Ask my
niggas, I'm really
niggas, I'm
about
really
it. We
about
be
it. We be
shooting out.
shooting out.
And when it come
And
to
when it come
squabble,
to
I
squabble, I
squabble up.
squabble up.
Standing
Standing
tall in my
tall in
blue
my blue
chucks.
truck.
Real nigga
Real
out
nigga
here
out here
singing rock
singing
for
rock
rock.
for rock.
Just ask
Just
car
that
wash
car
on the
wash on
block.
the
I
block.
sell
I
rock
sell
for
rock
rock.
for rock.
Mama, I
Mama, I
made it.
made it.
Homies done
Homies done
hate it.
hate it.
So I
So
stuck
I
the
stuck the
40 in his
40 in
mouth
his
and he
mouth and
ate
he
it.
ate it.
Now I serve
Now
the
I serve
whole
the whole
neighborhood and they
neighborhood and they
faded.
faded.
Sorry it took
Sorry it
so
took
long, but
so
I know
long, but
you
I know you
waited. Look,
waited.
mama,
Look,
I
mama, I
made it.
made
These
it.
niggas
These
mad that
niggas
I
mad
switch
that I
bitches
switch
like I
bitch
switch
like I
chicks.
switch
I'm
chicks.
different. I don't play
I
no
don't
games.
play
I
no
switch
games. I be
bitches like
switching
I
bitches
switch
like I
kicks.
switch chicks.
Look, I'm a real
I'm a
nigga.
real
I'm
nigga.
really
I'm
out here.
really
I'm
out
really
here. I'm
crippin'.
really
I'm
tripping.
crippin'.
I'm tripping.
No love
No
for niggas,
love
no
for
love
niggas.
for
No
bitches.
love for
I'm really
bitches. I'm
getting
really
it. You ain't
getting it.
seen
You ain't
what I
seen what I've
seen, nigga.
seen, nigga.
You ain't been
You
through
ain't
what
been
I've
through
been
what I've
through.
been through.
Nigga, my life
Nigga,
is
my life
true.
is true.
I really
I
been out
really
here
been out here
thugging out.
thugging out.
Ask my
Ask
niggas,
my
I'm really
niggas, I'm
about it.
really
We be
about it. We be
shooting out.
shooting out.
And when it
And
come to
when it come to
squabble, I
squabble, I
squabble up.
squabble up.
Standing
Standing
tall in my
tall in
blue
my blue
chucks.
truck.
Real nigga
Real
out
nigga
here
out here
singing
singing
rock for
rock for
rock.
rock.
Just
Just
ask
that
car
car
wash on
wash
the
on the
block. I
block. I
sell
sell
rock for
rock for
rock.
rock.
These niggas mad that I switch whips like I switch chicks. I don't play no games. I switch bitches like I switch kicks. I'm a real nigga. I'm really out here. I'm really crippin'. No love for niggas, no love for bitches. I'm really getting it.
All right, G Corleone is in the building, live interview. So you got the next project called March Madness, the EP. So what could we be looking forward to on March Madness?
Um, March Madness is it's a little more. It's gonna be it's a little faster.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's more. It's gonna be more active, a little faster, probably more dancey. Not too much, but like you know what I'm saying. Just more of like a.
Rock
You know what I'm saying?
too.
I'm heading into summertime. You feel me?
That's
Exactly.
So
right.
it's
Who's
gonna be
the,
more like it's
who's some of the
more.
people you got featured on there?
Um, my boy, man, gonna be on there. I probably remember, man. He sung buzzing back in the day.
Okay.
Um, I got my boy King Dope gonna be on here. My boy Lotto Richie gonna be on there.
Okay.
Um, couple more people. I'm gonna keep it low right there. A couple more people. It's gonna be
Okay.
about 4 or 5 tracks on that joint though.
So
It should
how
be
many
out.
songs you have on the is you gonna have on the EP?
It's gonna be like 4 or 5, probably 5.
Okay.
It's gonna come out towards the end of March, maybe around March 24th, somewhere around here.
Okay.
Second quarter, okay.
Yeah.
So, G Corleon, go ahead and shout out your Instagram page. Shout out all your connects where they can reach you if they want to book you.
Oh yeah, man. You can hit me at the gang Corleone Gmail or the moving department at Gmail or at G Corleone on Instagram, at G Corleone on Twitter. At G Corleone is everything, you know.
All
That's
right,
how you
man.
reach me.
Good looking out, man. We appreciate you for the interview. We're gonna have to
I
get
mean,
you
I
back
appreciate
on.
y'all for having me, man.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so
West
much.
side up, man. Y'all have a wonderful evening. You
All
feel
right,
me?
man.
Have a blessed one.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right, how y'all feeling about G Corleone?
He was dope.
Cool.
He
It's cool.
yeah, he was real cool. He got that sound like you know what I'm saying?
That West Coast sound.
Like that West Coast sound or whatever,
Yeah,
definitely.
we got that G music. Real shit.
All right, y'all. We're gonna play a couple of tracks real quick. We're gonna get ready for Lil Tommy the Clown. He about to tap in with the interview.
I got a lot of questions for him. Ready.
Yeah. So everybody put your hands up, cause we grinding and we shining. Stay fly. I'm saying hit the rooftop back and we sliding, cause we riding. No lie. I'm saying if the truth don't make it out, promise I'ma be around. Hate to see a nigga when I'm up, let her see me down. I ain't got nothing but some goals, trying to see it out. Mama too excited for my show, gotta make her proud. Look, I'm trying to say that this path is easy to lose hope. Tunnel vision chasing my dreams, I'm crossing new roads, reaching different heights it may seem, but I should fly low. Probably why they waiting on me to take the time off. I can never leave this road, promise it's forever known. You can feel the pain inside the passion when you hear my flow. Working for the gain and satisfaction inside every goal. Wondering what's worse for me was actually what made me grow. Helping hands that played along, but they ain't never played a part, so I would always play alone. Lonely nights is from the start. I've been going way too hard. I don't work too much for this, sacrifice too much for this. So everybody put your hands up, cause we grinding and we shining. Stay fly. I'm saying hit the rooftop back and we sliding, cause we riding. No lie. So everybody put your hands up, cause we grinding and we shining. Stay fly. I'm saying hit the rooftop back and we sliding, cause we riding. No lie.
Man, y'all better make the applause just as loud as the disrespect. I double down on myself, now that's a winning bet. Trust me, I ain't finished yet. This is only the beginning, life's a bitch, and I ain't stopping till that bitch get to singing. When you only look ahead, then you can't focus on the past. But shorty like to throw it back, like when I'm focused on that ass. Yeah, driving fast, and I'm just hoping I don't crash, cause life's a picture in the dark, it could get taken in a flash. Like DoorDash, my niggas racing to the bag. If you want it, gotta take it, nigga. Get up off your ass. Really sad, thinking about things I never had. Now life is HBO Max, cause everything is on demand. So I'm just sticking to the plan, yeah, I'm just sticking to the code. I always play the cards I'm dealt, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! This is grind over everything. The real hustlers know I don't concern myself with sheep, because I'm trying to be the GOAT. Oh.
So everybody put
Take one. Experience. It's the Cali life. Take one. Experience. It's the Cali life. California lifestyle. It's the Cali life. Bye, money guy. It's the Cali life. DPG. It's the Cali life. 4 blunts to the brain, baby Snoop Dogg. White girl on the blade, she from Utah. We get it, Master Kush from the weed clinic. That pretty car, president, that's me in it. Smoke weed AD, hey dog. They say life is a game and I play it hard. Went from a street rapper to the limelight. Couple G's on my neck and it shine bright. I'm dedicated to the critics who don't know me. I'm still a best player, underrated like Kobe. High to the day I retire. You smoking on stress weed while I'm choking on 5 hours. 8 years in the tree picking low quads. 10 years later it was me in the dope spot. Run up on a nigga like me, you hope not. My niggas gang bang and they'll aim at your top.
Cali life living, mind on my in them. Bitches, switches, everybody in them. From Ocean Boulevard all the way to the shop. Catch me at the mall with a flock full of eyes. Ain't nothing changed, still sunny days. It's just that West Coast living. Label ain't changed, Cali life man. It's just that West Coast living.
And there ain't no telling what Mac Luch selling. California hustler, I'm a fly young felon. Bag full of guap about the size of a $1 million sign on my eye, money sign with I'm reppin'. Pussy feel good, but the cheddar feel better. Blowing smoke in the air, so in love with the weather. Hot than the motherfucker, I ain't gotta do the leather. Hit the swap meet, match the white tee with whatever. Foreign kicks with some cargo shows. Just let the medical spot, we all gon' smoke. LA is my city, you can see it on my hat. Belly through the super mall, bitches staring at my tats. It's a fact that they staring at a Mac. Took them back to the crib, now they staring at my trap. Niggas looking at me hard, must be staring at my hat. Approach my front lawn, now they staring at my gap. We
Cali life living, mind on my in them. Bitches, switches, everybody in them. From Ocean Boulevard all the way to the shop.
All right, we live, y'all. Tuesday nights. Had to turn to Mac Lucci on after he was mentioning G. Corleone's video. Like I said, I fuck with Lucci.
Right. It was only right.
It was only right. It's necessary. You feel me? All right, y'all. So up next, man, we got a long time legend, clown dancing legend. The whole clown dancing scene been doing this thing for years, man.
Yeah.
He used to. I even remember back then when he used to drum on the drum squad and all that shit, man. So we're gonna bring him in right now. Little Tommy the Clown. What's good, man?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How y'all doing tonight?
We good, man. So like I said, I've been following for a long time, bro. I remember drumming for the Cowgirls. I remember them days. I remember all that, bro. I'm from Pasadena,
man.
so I know it, bro.
Yeah.
And so how'd you transition to clown dancing and explain your relationship, how it started with Tommy the Clown, all that. We need to know the foundation and all that.
Oh yeah, man. Well, actually, I started playing drums with the Black Diamonds in LA.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned about Tommy the Clown and everything. Everybody used to tell me about it, but I was like, well, what is that? What's going on? What is he doing? Once I seen it, I was like, man, and ended up going to I ended up auditioning for another group he had called High Class Clowns.
Okay.
And that's how I started with them in 2000. And one day I'm painting my face, and I went in there and I painted my face, and he came in. I did my face like his one day, just messing around. And he came in, he's like, oh my God, he took me to the back room and put his wig on me. He was like, oh, you look just like me. He said, so look, what's gonna happen is you're gonna go today. It was crazy. So he sent me out that day. He said, don't talk and see if anybody noticed. Nobody noticed. They thought I was him the whole day.
That's
and
crazy.
then when we pulled up to the house, he come outside and they looked at me and I took the wig off. They was like, oh my God, y'all look the same. And then we did a show at the Wiltern Ebel Theater. And then that's when he introduced you to the world as Lil Tommy the Clown as his twin. Cause I used to dress up I used to have the wig like him and everything. So in the movie, a lot of the parts it's both of us with the wig on and stuff like that. So that's how I started, man, and I've been doing it ever since.
You said the movie. I can't think of the movie. Was it Rise?
Rise, the movie Rise, yeah.
Rise. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so once that hit, everything went crazy from there.
So how did it feel for, meeting Tommy the Clown? Then you on a fucking movie about this shit. How did that feel?
Hey, it's been the great experience of my life. You know me. I'm straight from Pasadena. That's all I knew. I knew nothing else. You know, and just getting with him and he taking me under his wing and just teaching me about the clown business. You know what I'm saying? So he taught me a lot and took me around the world with him. You know, we end up going to London, then Germany,
Wow.
Japan, Hong
Wow.
Kong. I've been to New Zealand, Africa. I've been everywhere doing this, man. So it's been nothing but a great walk for me.
Okay,
I
A great
thought you
walk.
guys were related. Like we were just talking earlier. We thought that I was like, no, that's his son, and we thought like, no, that's his cousin. We thought you guys were related.
I mean, but
That
yeah.
is
So I mean, everybody because everybody like when they hear the little part, so they like, oh, that's his son. But we call each other brothers because that's what he been to me. You know, he took me under his wing as his little brother, and that's what it's been. So I was with him until 2010,
okay.
and then I ended up getting my own, started my own thing in 2010, and I've been doing it ever since.
So, what made you start your own thing, and what's some of the challenges you had to face starting your own thing? Because I'm pretty sure people was like, "Oh man, how you just gonna leave?" And he trying to do what he doing. Like, so what's some of the challenges you faced starting your own thing?
Yeah. I mean, well, a good thing that it was kind of hard building a name because I had to go through that's the fake Tommy and this and that.
Right.
They had said, "Oh, Tommy got shot and he's the other one." Like, so it was all type of stuff when it first came up. But I was able to build a name and do good with it. I was teaching at Debbie Allen's Dance Academy for 3 years,
wow.
doing that, and I had one of the hottest classes there. They had people from all over the world coming to just take my class there. So that went good. And then next, I just started. I started traveling teaching. So I started teaching. I was teaching the crump hop and stuff like that because I called it crump hop. So I started teaching that and just traveling around the world teaching. I went to the Britney Spears camp in Boston, but 50 Cent took it over. So he busted all the kids from Queens to the camp in Boston, and it was magnificent. So just going around teaching. So yeah, so I do a lot of traveling. Actually, teach because I actually teach.
Okay,
That's crazy that you bring up the Debbie Allen thing. I'm old, so I mean, I think I did her for like maybe like 6 or 7 months or whatever. I did her little class or whatever. That's dope.
Okay, yep. Yeah, I was with her when she was in Culver City, and then when she moved over by the mall, I was still with her then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep.
All right,
So yep.
I do have a question for you. Sorry, I'm having bad connection here.
Okay.
Has anything discouraged you from wanting to do this at all? Have you had anything that discouraged you from?
Yeah. I mean, it's not because you get the haters out there, especially when you dealing with kids. People want to say this and call you pedophile and call you this and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because we actually doing stuff for the kids. Now we can't help what these other clown members that started groups and they did what they did, but now they throwing it on all of us. You know what I'm saying? And that get discouraging at times, but God got me because if that's the case, then if I was doing all that stuff, I'll be locked up in prison. I wouldn't be doing this.
How was you able to get past that though? Like you working with
just prayer,
or
just prayer and God and all my fans and people who believe in me, and to keep pushing and to keep going. And that's you know what I'm saying, that's all it takes. Like they told me, they talked about Jesus. So I already know it's gonna be heavy. And Tommy was telling me about this a long time ago. He you got to be careful. He man, people gonna say this, they gonna say that, they gonna come after you about certain stuff, about nothing. He said you just gotta stay humble. And learning from him, that's why I learned how to stay humble.
So how did you how do you feel? I see it. How do you feel when like celebrities and stuff call you and be like, I need your kids to be in my video or my, or what we doing? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm doing my job. I'm getting these kids where they need to be, and they've met so many celebrities, people that they never thought they met, they get to meet, and just to see the expression of happiness on their face, it brings me joy. Know that I got them to that next level. So
you worked with a lot of my celebrity friends. You worked with a lot.
Yes, a lot. So yeah. So it's been a great movement just to see their faces glow. Like when we was on tour with Mindless Behavior, The girls was going crazy, like, oh my God, we
They
on tour. Like,
was. I seen it. Y'all did a good job.
I think I went to one of
thank
your
you so
tours.
much.
I went for someone's birthday party, and I went to one of your tours in LA, and it was like the whole
Okay.
place was packed. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. They even I think he sold out. I think that sold out. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I had another question too.
Yes.
So I don't know if do you plan on passing this on to someone else? Like just kind of like how you got it from Tommy, and now you're doing it. Do you have someone else you plan on?
Good question.
Good question.
No, that's a good question. But no, right now, I have a couple of guys that I train, because right now I have two groups. I have a crew in Vegas now, and I have my crew in Lancaster. So I'm back and forth because I actually moved to Vegas, so I'm back and forth. So while I'm gone in Vegas, I have a guy that one of my dancers who I trained him how to run the mic and run the party. So when I'm not there, and people they accepting it, so they like, okay, we ain't got to be here just as long as you send the dancers. So they starting to accept them to be able to come and do shows without me.
Okay. Yeah, we had you guys come to Victorville one time. We had you, I think maybe once or twice you guys came to Victorville. And it's a video going around. My daughter came, she had these little glasses on. I think she had like maybe tape in the middle. And she was dancing, battling your dancers. And you was like, your daughter needs to dance for me. And then my nephew too. He's another one. You guys have been trying to get both of them for years. She's 21 years old right now. But when she was like 13, 14 years old, used to be like, hey, bring her to Lancaster, like, for the dance or whatever. And she ended up getting sick, whatever. And I think I had DM'd you telling me that my daughter was sick or whatever, and you gave your condolences or whatever. But yeah, this is inspiration. This is the first time I've ever seen a video where they, not to be funny or something, but that didn't have just black kids, and actually have. I didn't know you have other kids besides black kids.
Yeah, I have other kids. Yeah, I sure do. I have other genders in my crew and stuff like that. So that makes it even better thing when you have other cultures that want to do it. Yeah. So like when we go to the school, like we'll do a all Hispanic school, and they go crazy. You wouldn't even think the Hispanics would know about you like that, but they go more crazier than anybody.
So you're in Vegas right now. You're in Vegas. Okay, so I was wondering why, like a month ago, somebody had Time to Clown at their birthday party. I'm like, they go to Vegas now? Like, wait, I know you go all over, but this is like a month ago. So you're doing stuff in Vegas. I'm in Vegas.
I'm in Vegas.
So
I went out there, but it was a little bit different in Vegas because they really don't dance the way we dance. So I had to actually train all my dancers. So I had to actually train them. Okay, this is how you bang this, because a lot of them came from just Majorette. That's all I know is Majorette down there.
Okay, I got a question.
What happened?
How do you pick who you want on your team? Like, because I know you get a lot of people that want to do it. So how do you be like, oh no, they can't fuck with us? What's the method like?
No, so I have auditions. So I have auditions, and then I let them come try out, and I pick out the ones that I think is trainable and the ones that are good, that's already polished. Because some come that's polished, and some come that's trainable. Like, but it was different going to Vegas because almost nobody knew how to bang, nobody. So I had to actually just pick. Okay, I can train her, I can train him, I can train her, and that's the ones I got now. Now they went from nothing to fan base already up there already. Their fan base is already grown already. Yeah, so it's been going good. It's been going good. It was a challenge for me, but I was able to get it done. Now they starting to see, because now I brought them to Cali. They saw how my Cali squad does and how it is in Cali's, and some of them never been to Cali their first time. So they was excited for that road trip. So it was good about that. And now we got a couple of big shows coming up that this is gonna be their first time performance. So yeah, we're just trying to make it happen.
All right, man. Go ahead, Sal.
I like the fact that you bringing so many children together and off the streets. Like, I commend you so much of how the whole Tommy the Clown empire is taking kids out of their shells, taking kids that are in bad situations and bringing them into like a community. Because I've actually heard stories from, other people, how some of these kids, their parents either, aren't around, raised by either single,
Yes.
single parents and stuff. And you actually
Yeah.
bring these kids together and giving them a
Yeah.
family and giving them a place they can call home. I commend you
Yeah.
for this. This whole Tommy the Clown wave is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If nobody's giving you your flowers right now, no matter what's going on and whatever people are saying, you know what I'm saying, in
Yeah.
social media, whatever about you, I commend the
Yeah.
fact that you are bringing these kids together. You're bringing them out their shell. You're getting them off the streets and
Thank you.
showing them a
Thank
way
you
of
so
life.
much.
Like, I give that to you.
Yes. And that's one thing that I always give my big ups to Tommy, because like I said, he brought me into this and he showed me how to do it. And it's a lot of other groups out there, and they got to understand they got to get this man his props. He started it.
Yeah.
He started it and he made a way for all of us, platform for all of us. So I'm gonna always stay giving him his props. That's my big bro, and he gave us an outlet to do. And so I just took the torch that he gave me to do it for somebody else. Because I came straight from the streets. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably be in prison or dead right now. So he saved my life, and he took me back to church and everything, and just told me, like, just humble yourself, and everything gonna be all right. So I thank him a lot, just for allowing me just to carry the name in a good, positive way. And we are, and it is saving these kids' lives. It's some kids that was with me, but they friends got shot at a party, which they probably would have been there if they wouldn't have been with me. Yeah, it was a good thing that they was with me. Otherwise, they would have been at that party too, and they probably would have been dead with their friends.
That was my next question. I wanted to know, what is the oldest party you've hosted? Because I've seen children, and everybody always thinks children, but I've seen teenagers also.
The oldest lady party I've done, she was 80. She turned 80 years old.
See?
And she had been wanting us. She had been wanting us for a long time, and she finally got us. And we went and we did her party. She was 80 years old.
Damn.
And she was out there grooving and stepping and everything. Like, yeah. So and it brought so much joy to her. She cried and everything, and it was just like, dang, like, I made this lady's 80 years old, and she was just so excited to see it. So yeah, so that brought that was an emotional day for her. So I was just happy to be there to bless her for that day. That for her day.
That's dope, man. All right, hey, Tommy, before we get you up out of here and wrap it up, go ahead and shout out your Instagrams, any page they can book you at and reach you.
Okay, yeah, y'all can reach me on Instagram at The Real Lil Tommy the Clown. Shoot, I got so much stuff. Everything is Lil Tommy the Clown. Just put it the LILTOMMY the Clown. So on my all social media, my TikTok, The Real Lil Tommy the Clown, all that stuff. So yeah, y'all can book me. I'm easy to find. Yeah, let me know. But yeah, y'all know we rocking parties. I'm just thank God to keep me booked every weekend, and now Vegas is starting to hit up real good. So I just thank God for everything, and I appreciate y'all for allowing me to come on here to tell my story, and I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for being positive for me and lifting me up.
All right, man. Good luck, bro. On the journey. Keep doing your thing. We're gonna tap back in with you, bro.
Definitely. Good
luck, bro.
Blessings.
All right. Thank y'all so much.
All right.
Peace out.
All right, y'all. We're gonna black the screen. Get ready for the next interview. Shout out my boy Lil Tommy the Clown, man, blessing us. We're gonna play a couple of tracks. Stay rocking with us.
This shit crazy. Are you sure you wanna fucking man Sugar B? Yeah.
Are you trying to put a curse on this man? You know what we did last night.
I mean, I think I already did. Don't
Bitch,
fucking
wait.
Don't fucking ruin this man's life just because.
We don't give up party and turn up like we used to.
That bitch belongs to the streets.
We about to turn up tomorrow. Stop fucking
playing. All right, whatever.
Nothing is changing.
No, it's fine. You ready?
We'll be going
We
out
ready.
tomorrow. That shit about to stop,
Close that bitch. Close that bitch. Let's go. She ready.
Yeah, come on. Okay.
Come on. So ready.
All right. Good. We just gonna get this shit over with. We gotta get it over with. Let's get married, guys. I'm so excited.
Anybody who objects to us winning should speak now or forever hold their peace.
you're dealing with a true West Side Californian. Rest in peace, DMX, here we go again. If your body fake, you don't get a husband in a diamond, just dick in the cubic zirconian. This how I lay crack. I gotta pay you to date you, that's where the game at. You know what? I ain't tripping, I got some cake stack. I was trying to get to know you, but if you a prostitute, bitch, say that. I see you get naked for a grand, why bother? To take you to dinner, your only fans $9. Trying to clown a nigga that couldn't afford to book your flight. You and yourself don't even look alike. Yes, you're a hoe, you belong to the street. That's why you subbing who you fucking with just till the boy tweet. Yes, you're a hoe, you belong to the street. That's why you subbing who you fucking with just till the boy tweet.
They got some game, I can take a piece. A cough leaves your mouth at 60 miles per hour. Bitch, get the fuck away from me. And what the fuck I look like calling a bitch boo? An average, ordinary motherfucker like you. You from you. She for show out. She pulled up on me in roller skates, sending yo. Sugar free to Peter. Bitch, exercise makes you look better naked, and so does tequila. Look at the bitch stopping traffic like a red light. This is what she do and what she does, nigga. And this shit suits you. I don't care about your past, hoe. I care about your motherfucking future. What? Church, nigga. Sugar free to pee. I'll pimp on a bitch till he go up. Yeah, pimp on glasses. She belongs to the street. Whip rock. Tell me now. Church, nigga, free.
That bitch belongs to the streets.
Yeah, bitch, better sell that thing, don't come fuck with me, though.
That bitch belongs to the streets.
Yeah, bitch, call yourself, come fuck with me. You gon' sell that thing, though.
Now, this is one of them occasions where that homie not doing it right. I see you found you a hoe that you like. But you can't make a hoe a housewife. And when it all boils down, you gon' learn in the end. Keeping that bitch, I had your ass locked in the pen. Cause some judge that handed you lot. Bro, you can't make a hoe a housewife. And I can tell you little niggas from the spirit. Don't do it, bro, point blank period. I had one, tried to get serious. Thought I was a little hoe, hands at the piss. Shit, future looking clear, shit, talking matrimony. Had to thank God when I ran into the homies. Learned the whole hood hit. Bitches ain't shit, out my fault. Oh, you gotta get, so split.
Oh shit, they didn't say the Mac for last. I'd rather die before I give a punk bitch a pass. Yeah, I'm hard on them, Joe, that's what hoes need. Sleeping on the smack and post a fake ass woke me. Yeah, fuck your mama and your sister, bitch. Yeah, I said it while you asking when I text the bitch. Oh, you ready? You ain't ready for the deuce. Oh, you scared of the truth. And you been fucking with your face, now I'm scared of you. Oh, you thought cutting in yourself was gonna amp something. I just spent 80 on the Chevy trying to whack something. Bitch told me she ain't worried about none of that. Homie got 40 on something trying to run. Man, I know you ain't acting like you hoes worth a little more. I done seen you do a whole lot for a little blow. Try to keep it gangster, but you bitches belong to the streets. And over here, GHP, yeah, we playing for keeps. Hey.
That bitch belongs to the streets. That bitch belongs.
I love this song. Like so, like all the homies is in it. Like this, like I was just rocking to. I'm like, look at the homies in here.
Shout out my nigga Glasses, Young Giants, my nigga. Shout out, I know them both personally. Shout out, man, all day.
Dude, and Jelly Roll on the hook, like that's my boy. Like, oh my God, that was dope.
All right, y'all. So this was real special for me. The moment we've been waiting on, man. Reggie Wright Jr. in the building. Like I said, this one's special to me because I'm a big Death Row fan, man. I watch all his interviews. I'll be listening to everything he be talking about. Dude tells some amazing stories. And he was fucking actually there. He ain't one of these YouTube niggas that's just making shit up just for clicks and views.
Right.
Reg, what's up, man?
Respect. Thanks for having me. How you beautiful lady doing over there? All right.
How you doing?
Good. Appreciate y'all inviting me on y'all show. Man, I like that. I was just checking out old Sugar Free, and that gave me a vibe with like Ice Cube, and I saw my boy Big Y vibe on it from the Relatives, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was like, he gave me both of those as soon as I heard the song. But shout out to your song. Yeah.
So Reg, man, I want to start off by what I want to ask. How'd you even? I know you, ex-cop. LAPD, you from Compton, you've been around the rap game. Well, is Compton or Inglewood?
Compton PD.
Compton PD, okay. So how'd you meet up with Suge? How'd you and Suge get introduced?
Yeah. Me and Suge been knowing each other since the second and the third grade. He a year older than me. We went to Stephen P. Foster together in Compton. And so we've been knowing each other. I mean, I ain't gonna say we were best friends, you know, growing up, but we knew each other, played in the same baseball and Lil Lee's over at Kelly Park and all of that. And but we always knew each other. He lived actually 2 blocks away from where I grew up at, and then right around the corner from my grandmother's house, where we was always out. You know how back in our day, we was always at grandma's house.
Right.
And so I was over at grandma's house a lot, which that's where Mob James, lives actually 2 doors from my grandmother. So that's why I knew all of them real well. Yeah.
So for those of y'all that don't know who Mob James is, he's another dude that was actually around, actually there when the shit was popping. Shout out Mob James, man. So meeting Suge and seeing him, growing up with him, and you see him going to hip hop and going to music, start doing this music thing. How'd you feel watching somebody you knew grow up turn into this big ass music mogul?
You know, I was watching from a law enforcement point of view, but I was kind of proud because I was still young. You know, I was only like 25, 26 years old. He was 27. And so, but, you know, I was working the streets of Compton as a cop there because I, you know, started off a little young. But I was proud of him because I loved all that thing, that atmosphere, you know. I got to remember I was still young. So the atmosphere that they was being surrounded with, that's the ladies to the right. You know, you kind of like that kind of stuff. And so I was looking, you know, and then plus I knew Suge, and me and Suge was always cool. He would hire me to, you know, work little events off duty and stuff like that back then. And but I wasn't with him until about 94, where I was always around. But like 92, 93, so I was seeing what they were doing, and they were repping Compton. And so, you know, I was still a Compton boy, and so I was proud of that. And
so how was it going from doing your cop thing to going into the music scene and being with Death Row? Like, was it different? Like, you like, hey man, I ain't never seen a lot of shit like that.
Oh,
and then
man,
I also want to ask, is a lot of them stories true where you know what I'm saying, where it was a lot of shit going down? I ain't gonna blast nobody, but I didn't heard people had to drink piss for doing all type of shit, man. So
you're taking like all my questions.
You know, in fairness to Suge never really started nothing.
Okay.
Now he took stuff to the extreme because he was a big guy and he over exaggerated things. But it wasn't like he was just walking and said, "Oh, nigga," and slap you or something like that.
So he wasn't a bully. So he wasn't a bully like they make him.
He had bully ways because he took it overboard once they went there. Like, okay, we focusing on this dude, and then it goes so he had that bully in him, but he wasn't just out picking on people. You know, like you said, the piss, you know, examples and stuff like that. He was trying to make an example when those issues came up. Now, in fairness, they gave me the respect because I was the one that was like supposed to have been over there to make everything clean or legit. What I mean by that was they couldn't come to court, and what had happened is with the Snoop Dogg on trial, they did everything that they were supposed to do, but the legal side of the law didn't like, you know, guys walking around that's not supposed to be having guns and all of that, and quite frankly defending themselves.
Right.
And so it caused a big corporation like that legal liabilities, even though Malik did what he was supposed to do because he wasn't certified or allegedly went through the training. And so that's why I was brought in. Because it was a hard time having no dudes going to court and all of that stuff. And you know how guys were, especially back then, about going to court and getting on the stand and even cooperating with the police. And so it was just like, all right, Reg, your guys be the ones come to court and y'all be the ones testify and do whatever y'all got to do just to keep the company clean. And that ain't shit. That was mainly the attorneys thinking and the Jimmy Iobeams and the people in charge. Like, man, y'all making all of this money and doing all of these things, but y'all keep causing problems, and we want to get rid of y'all. Y'all better do the right thing. Can you niggas do the right thing?
All right, Sal, what you got for him?
Okay, so I'm a big fan, a super big fan of Death Row. Like,
thank you.
How was it? My family was, you know, played a big part in Tupac's life or whatever, so I kind of, you know, were familiar with them. So how was it working with so many legends? Like, just being around them, just being there through the creativity. Like, how was it?
Didn't realize what you was around. You just was vibing with somebody, was cool with somebody, and didn't even know what you was in. You very rarely see me with pictures with any of them. As close as me and Suge was, if you saw a picture of me, it was in the background. You know, not just like standing up there taking the picture like now, you know, where we got phones and cameras on our phones. Or you, come on, homie, let me get a shot. You got to have we used to walk around with little yellow throwaway disposable cameras.
The Polaroid.
Kodak.
Yeah. That's why, you know, it's hard for me to talk to youngsters, you know, people that I'm not saying you guys or anything, but you know, because they can't relate to what we be talking about. They be like, what the hell are they talking about?
I'm your age, so I
You relate,
I'm
you
your
know.
age.
Okay. And so
go ahead, Reg.
So, you know, that's all I'm just saying. So didn't really realize what you was around. You know, you respected it because you saw it when you came around it, but that was the one thing Suge didn't want. He also wanted the law enforcement type guys was because he hated the groupie type bodyguards and stuff. The ones that was always there taking pictures, wanting to do this and do that. And I remember a situation with Deion Sanders, you know, prime time. And Deion wanted to come. And Deion said, well, and he told Deion, he says, Deion, you know, just kick back and go to the concert and enjoy. You ain't gonna let me come on the sideline standing on a wheel when you're doing your job. You know, let my guys do their job.
Right.
I'm not disrespecting Deion or saying, I'm just trying to say that's how the mentality was. Like, you know, let's not be so much of groupies, or he hated those type of things and stuff like that.
Okay, so, America, what you got for him?
You kind of answered my question a little bit, but I had two questions. I actually met Suge twice.
Okay.
They portrayed him like the movies, everything else, like he was this big mean guy, but he was kind of just a regular chill guy when I have met him. You know, it's like a regular person. So I was just wondering that besides the what they portray him in the movies, even with everything that's going on, what would you, just being an everyday friend of him, say that what type of person he is? Is he a chill person? Is he a sweet person, real nice on the inside? But you know, what would you say he's like? What's his personality?
Well, he's a mama boy. This is a man that literally probably called his mama at 2, 3 in the morning before he went in, talking to her, just telling him what was going on. That's real.
Yeah.
And so that was him. Now, I always used to tell that nigga, if I ever have to come with you, I'm sticking a female on you. You know, I use the word B because I talk a little crazy. I'm sticking one of them on you because, nigga, a woman could get to you so easily. Where a man, he always had his guards up. A dude, you know, where he was always suspicious of him. And don't let one of his women or something say, oh, I like Reggie. Reggie's cool dude. He hated here and stuff like that. Then he didn't trust him. He was, oh, Reggie ain't no good. Reggie this, Reggie that. He would downplay you with females. So that's just the type of nigga he was, where he was cool, but a female can get anything that he wanted from him. I used to sit next to him when he'd be talking on the phone, and he'd take over a conversation where you'd be like, you know, that nigga didn't ask what he really wanted to ask you. And he'd be like, I know. But he didn't know how to say no.
Exactly.
If you got the jug and all of that, whatever you wanted, that's why I get so mad at the artists and people when they said he got cheated and he did it. I was like, nigga, no. That nigga called him and told him you needed something, you got it.
Yeah, see, not to interrupt you, even though the bad stories, I also heard a lot of good stories, like dude helping people. I've heard one artist said they called him at like 4 in the morning, like, hey, Suge, I'm fucked up, man. I need such and such. And they said, bro, really got on the line, sent the money, did what he needed to do. Like, he was a good dude. So my next question for you is, okay, so we're going to fast forward to like 95, 96.
Okay.
Pac gets murdered. Snoop leaves the label eventually. Suge goes to jail, and you took over the record company. So what was that like, taking over, like going from cop to taking over the music part?
Yeah, fortunately, I had like a year and a half of being with him every day, or not every day, but 95% of the time. Well, I was always next to him because it had pretty much got to the point where nobody could ever get hold to him. That's what I said. It was always a problem getting hold to him, where everybody knew, even his assistants, his female friends and all that, call Reggie. He right there with that nigga. it's a good chance we call Reggie, and then I'll be like, hey man, I got so and so on the phone, and he'll either shake his head no or say give me the phone or something like that. So I'm saying all that to say I was always kind of next to him, so I got to learn and really get to know him and how he operate, what he would do, what he wouldn't do. But the good thing about it is I lost a lot of family time and all of that, but I was running up there to be able to see him 4 days a week. And,
Oh,
and
wow.
sitting in that visiting room in a prison from like, we treated it like the office from like 9 a.m. and I think visiting hours over like 3:30. And we're just sitting there, you know, bringing people in, running it through there and just sitting there every day. So I got to learn, and then he was always on the phone. You know, he had his own phone, not a cell phone, but you know, a pay phone where he can call. So we was really handling business, to be honest. So I really was more like a, you know, Reg, this is, if I was you, this is how I would do it.
Right.
That kind of situation where, you know, it eventually grew where I pretty much knew what he was going to say, what he was going to not say, or, you know, how to make it happen. And I knew how to play with his females. Whoever was there be like, hey, I need this to happen. You know, tell that nigga. And because it was as powerful and as strong and as smart as he was one of those, his weakness was last person in his ear. And what I mean by that, if me and this one person said, yeah, shit, we need to do this, and we was the last person to get to it before I can get that decision made, it was good. But there have been a lot of times where I'm like, yeah, shit, okay, go ahead, do that, Reg. And then I'll get called, don't do that, Reg. Because somebody else got to him and told him, oh, I didn't like that idea. That might not be smart, so I had to deal with a lot of that. But it was mainly a corporation, or not a corporation, like a group of four where we used, that was real 4 people that was real close to him at the time, that we would bounce stuff off, and we knew, you know, we learned how to work him during that time to get things accomplished.
So under your watch and when you was in control, what's some of the projects that dropped on Death Row when you were in control that you had your hands on?
Yeah, well, we start with the gang-related Gridlock, like 4 Tupac albums, you know, the greatest hits, Tupac's greatest hits, Until the End of Time, Better Days, Still I Rise, Too Gangsta for Radio, Chronic 2000, always get it mixed up with Dre's Chronic 2001. But that's the story behind that. We tried to jack the name, and Dre was like, well, all right, fuck it. I didn't call myself Chronic 2001. Came out in 1999.
So some of the artists like Dr. Dre and the people that was around like Daz and an interesting story I was watching. You said
Daz album too, Retaliation, Get Back.
So, are you still good with a lot of them? Like, what's your relationship with a lot of those dudes?
It comes and goes. It comes and goes. Some of them, yeah. A lot of them, no. But that's mainly just because I set the record straight, and unfortunately, people, I call it trying to rewrite history or forget things or have their complaints for whatever reason. And I'm one of those. Yeah, the nigga was an asshole, but yeah, that nigga also did this for you. And sometimes we forget the good things.
I'm a huge Tupac fan, so that was my second question. How do you think Tupac would feel about the rap culture today in this time in 2023?
Really good.
Ooh. Well, we're in that mumble rap era, right? See, I'm like, yeah, I like the song y'all just playing. That's a different type of vibe than the mumble rappers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't know. You know, I think I like Sean Cole and I don't know. It's kind of hard, really. I ain't gonna hate on him, but J. Cole. I'm sorry.
I love J. Cole.
I like his style. You know, people like that. NBA. You know, NBA, young NBA or whatever his name is.
NBA young boy.
I'm mainly a 90s. I'm a 90s rap guy, and R&B and stuff like that. I you know, the youngsters, you know, when you go to clubs and stuff like that, and I very rarely go to, I'm at weddings or something like that. Then you hear the young kid songs. But other than that, I don't get into radio. Kurt Franklin and all of them put me to sleep at night now. You know,
So,
I got my little Alexa and tell Alexa to play my gospel Christian music, and it pops on. So, yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay, I had like so many conversations with one of my closest friends that I call him my brother Eastwood, and he
Oh,
would
Eastwood,
tell me,
yeah.
yeah,
Eastwood, good dude.
oh my God, I love him to death. He's the most solid man, I've met. And that's why I call him my brother. And he would tell me so many stories about death row. And my question is like more to death row than just what they put out in the movies. How do you feel about the stuff like the bios and the biopics of the movies? Are they
Are they
truthful or are they
capping
more
or what?
are they capping or what? Like are they? Because Eastwood told me a lot
See,
of that besides the movie he played in, but a lot of them,
yeah,
he was like, yeah, they put too much on the fact that he was this person, that person.
but that's what sells, and unfortunately, you can't tell all the good. People don't want to hear about the time when he called me and he was laying in prison in Sacramento and seen that a park. People were complaining about how nasty and dirty this park was, and Ali told me to take a $25,000 check and have that, to help buy some equipment for that playground for the kids.
Oh, that's
Nobody
dope.
want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People don't.
Eastwood told me you guys to do really dope stuff like that.
Oh man, I'm telling you, the Mother's Day thing, just because he wanted single mothers to come to Beverly Hills Hotel, get a nice little death row chain pendant, first class artists. I mean, from Charlie Wilson to the Isley Brothers to Escape to Tupac Hammer, all of them performing at the at a hotel all for single mothers. Uh, just to come out and have a good time on Mother's Day.
Right.
Got chauffeured there either on a bus, limousine or something like that, just to come out and so y'all won't be at home mad at the kids all day because you guys just take care of the kids on Mother's Day. Couldn't do it
Right.
every day,
Yeah,
but one
I
day.
heard you guys used to do a lot of stuff like that with the teams and single
So
parents and all kind of stuff, clean up parks and just a lot
yeah,
of amazing things that people are not. They think that death row is just this. They were just these hardcore dudes. They was these gang members. They was
no,
just corrupt and they was everything. Just all this bad stuff. When Eastwood would tell me these stories, it was like, no, we did a lot for the
yeah.
community, and we've never got those recognitions for stuff like that.
And then Eastwood came out at the tail end. To be honest, I'm the one that actually signed Eastwood and Spider around the same time on my way out in like
Wow, really?
2000, it happened shit came on 2001. So Eastwood came around about 2001.
Mhm.
So this
Okay.
thing prior to when in the heyday, 94, 95, what they were doing, because that's when they really was making the money.
Right.
And he did a lot. He did a lot. Now I ain't gonna put a halo on the head or over his head. Niggas got slapped and stuff like that. But my point to that is it always was like, is slapping somebody justified? Okay, in my world, I'm both
Right.
sides of the fence. Yeah, nigga,
He
you deserve
deserved
that
it.
slap,
He
nigga.
deserved it.
But
Yeah.
some people be like, that nigga ain't no good either. Yeah. But it wasn't just like just walking up, come here, let me slap you. It wasn't stuff like that. How people portray it. It really was a story behind the discipline. And now I hated that he always had to go to that. I used to tell him, man, the shit, you ain't never have to hit nobody again in life because of the reputation that was out there. Only thing you have to be like, all right, okay, that's how you
Learn
want to
from
Right.
do it,
there.
dog. Yeah, that's all you have to do. I used to tell him all the time, nigga, only thing you have to do is tell the nigga, okay, you gonna do me like that? That put more fear in him than you actually
Exactly.
slapping.
Right.
But
Okay.
Just like your parents.
but
Like your
you gotta
parents. Yeah,
remember,
exactly.
we were 28 years old
Right.
with all that little money.
Yeah.
Not saying we had power, but we had some type of power.
Right.
But
I have
20, think of your 28-year-old that thing running around. Think how much common sense we look at these little niggas out and be like,
Right.
what you say? Well, you don't
Okay.
know nothing.
So I
Right.
had
So
this
I
one
can.
question. Did you actually stop being a cop to start working with Suge? Like, or did you just that's just something
Well,
you
it's
just
kind of
did?
a two-way thing. I was an active cop for the first year and a half of being around Chuck.
Mhm.
But then there was an incident at this El Rey Club. where this guy from the 60 Crips got stumped out and beat up and all of that. And I was there when it happened. And so I had to tell my chief, hey, I was there. And so LAPD had to come down there and investigate and interview me and all that. And my chief was like, you can't be around him. You got to stop. You going to get your ass fired.
Right.
So you showed.
Like, man, this is my child. This is somebody I played football with. This is my childhood friend. You can't tell me who I can hang around with. If I commit a crime or do something, then deal with me. He was like, okay, keep it up, nigga. You can get your butt fired. And so I had a little injury or accident on duty and messed up my ankle. And at the time, I look back on my life, I probably wished I wouldn't have, to be honest. But at the time, it was beneficial and health wise and financial wise for me to get the medical retirement, start up my security company, and to work for Death Row. And to be honest, my security company probably be one of the biggest ones around right now if I wouldn't have put that aside to help him for those 5.5 years while he was incarcerated to save his company and keep it alive. People think Death Row failed after Snoop and Dre and all of them now, but they forget we still probably sold just as many records. If y'all add up all the records that I named that I was a part of, not saying because of me, it was mainly because of Pac, the legacy and the stuff that Pac had left us, but we had just as much numbers and less outgoing. What I mean by that, you didn't have to do all those music videos. You didn't have to pay for studio time as much and all of that. Take care of an artist. You had more coming in than going out because everything was done back in 95, 96.
Right. Okay. I want to fast forward it. I know you be on YouTube. I know you be on the internet, man. And I got to bring your boy Whack 100 up real quick. Yeah. So I want to know, man. So how you feel about Whack 100? Do you think everybody's giving him a bad name for him telling the truth about shit? Or is he just one of those dudes that I'm going to stir up some trouble for the internet real quick and then I'm going to get off?
That's my nigga. That's my nigga. I don't get it. I ask him all the time. I'd be like, what's the end game in this? Nigga, you got people you managing, you got deals, you got diaper deals, you got Clubhouse don't make no money. That's not monetized.
Right.
Why? What's the game? The nigga not one for nothing. He's doing all right. I don't know if that's a stunt or whatever's going on between him and Game now. If y'all know in the last day or two, they've been, Game kind of capped at him. But I know they do a little stunt. He does a little stunting. So I'm hoping that's a stunt and Game not really feeling that way about him now. Because they were like brothers.
Right.
This is a man that. So I don't know if it's real or not. Because I know he will do some stunting, but I never really known Whack to lie. I know he's like me. If you say something about me, I'm gonna go at you. It's gone. It's on. Right. I haven't heard of anything for his latest antics, but and I'm talking about towards Suge and towards the Game and stuff. I'm just talking about the last day or two. So I don't know why or what's the motive to that, but generally like the Jay Prince thing and all of that, he was really responding and protecting himself, and he just go overboard with it. Once you go on it, he not letting up, and so I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Well, I wish you would just sit back and just concentrate on managing and doing your music and stuff, because he can say the same thing to me. I'm doing it because I'd be trying to set the record straight, in my opinion, because I know I sat back for so many years. Nobody knew who the hell Reggie Wright was until about 2014, 2013. They thought I was a boogeyman that had something to do with the murder of Pac. And
man. That's what I want to get into next too.
And so that's what made me have to say, oh, wait a minute, my kid's getting old. My daughter, I got a son that's named after me. It's like, what the hell? What are people saying? What this mean? So I'm like, okay, I got to stop these white boys from just, where I was just saying, fuck them, I don't give a fuck, to where you can say that in the 90s.
Right.
In 2023, you can't say that because our social media is just out there.
Okay,
and everybody's on it.
Where I want to go next before we get you out of here, the murder of Tupac. I'll be on YouTube and they got Orlando Anderson and they don't, what I'm saying, it's all different stories. Are they close to an arrest? Because I forgot the one dude name. I can't think of his name for some reason. Chubby, big dude. They said he was in the car too. He's still living.
Keefy D.
Keefy D. So I be hearing on YouTube like there's gonna be arrests made towards his way, but then people say that's cap. So where do you think they are with the arrest of the murder for Tupac?
Where they was in 1996, 90.
Damn.
No, they stepped up their investigation and came around and started questioning again, and about a year ago, a little less than a year ago. But then I'm hearing that detective was just on his way out, was just he about to retire and he just want to clear up the case.
Yeah.
This is put in his final report.
Damn.
And so it unfortunately is gonna have to be. Now he was close. He just needed somebody to put, based on Keefy D's statements and all of that. He was just really trying to get somebody to put him in the car, and other than his word, they was unable to do that. And so I think they really just going to do the case and put in a final report. And they know three of the 4 people in the car is dead.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So last question. You've been around the music game for a while. You was there with Suge, Snoop, Dr. Dre. So an up and coming label, what advice would you give them to stay on top and not fall down like Death Row did eventually?
Oh, the step. I thought you said what song to do. Because I was about to tell y'all, my girl, Koi, I be telling people for the longest, I'll be like, y'all know that's y'all boy, Benzino daughter. She got the hottest song out right now to me. But I thought you were going to ask about music. I was going to say, use a sample, use familiarity, like she did. I be telling everybody, I say, work one song, get a sample, something that we used to, and get it out there. You will blow up.
Okay.
Yeah. And haven't she blew up off of that one song?
Hell yeah.
Blew up.
And
Trust
it's crazy.
me,
It's crazy because people don't even like her dad. They fuck with her heavy though.
Well, she don't like him either though. She don't like him either. She but okay, but that wasn't the question. I was ready to throw that out. My question would be is to well, I love what TDE doing. Top Dog Entertainment.
Right.
I heard he lost Kendrick recently, but look at the model of what he did about 3 or 4 years ago. Could you pick him out if you saw him anywhere?
Hell no.
No.
No, that's about Top Dog. You heard his name. You know what they doing and what they do. But he put out a few. He stopped. They haven't been putting out stuff like they were.
He just signed a couple new artists though.
He do okay.
Yeah, he just signed a couple new artists.
Yeah. Signing them. I was just talking about putting out, but yeah, follow his model in my opinion. As far as a label and owner, I think he's doing a great job. Staying low key, staying business mind, and not oversaturating. I think that's why P. No disrespect to the South or them, but I think that's why he fell out because he was throwing out too much at one time, and made the artist. That's why even in my mind, Snoop is still have a great catalog in my mind of music and all of that, but he started to get too oversaturated. When you just keep being on everybody, anybody can get you. Make stuff exclusive. Make it where it's hard to get to you when it comes out. And when it comes out, then we waiting for it.
Right.
And we appreciate it. We're not. I just know we can get it all. And I say that, and I do that on YouTube. Anybody call me and ask me to do an interview, I'm there and want to do it. And so that's maybe be how Snoop is. You know what I mean? I want to help everybody and want to oversaturate the music, but I think that can hurt you as well.
Okay.
Being too accessible or oversaturated.
All right, y'all, ladies, y'all got any last questions for him?
No, I do. You're an amazing person.
Oh, thank
I've
you,
heard
thank you.
so many. Eastwood, he talks about you a lot or whatever.
Yeah, he's
So
a good dude. He was standing in my apartment, asking about the story when I had to come and evict him. Tell him, nigga, I ain't messing with Suge no more. You gotta leave my apartment right now. He's like, all right, Riz, no problem, brother. But he came and did a couple of interviews with me in Palm first. And anytime I call him, Eastwood is like, what's up, Riz? You all right?
he's
Good
a
dude.
solid person. That's why I
Solid
say he's
dude.
my brother. He's a
Yep.
really good person.
Good dude. Wish you would have got people don't know he wrote a couple of songs that got out for Left Eye. And
Yes, I do. I know a lot.
I talked to the
Yeah.
but Eastwood, he was a talent. He's a talent. Yes.
All right, man. Good looking out, Reg, man. I appreciate you for blessing me with the interview, man. You don't know how much that means to me.
Whatever y'all need, always. You know how I am. Just get hold to him.
All right, man. Good looking out.
Right. Solid.
Thank
Respect.
you.
Nice meeting you, ladies. All right, bro.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, so how y'all feeling about the interview with Reggie, man?
That was dope. Oh my God, that was dope.
Hey, that one meant a lot to me, man. Like I said, I've been following Death
I think you were so happy.
Man, it was a lot more I want to ask him, but you don't want to overdo it with the negative. You feel me? We're gonna black the screen real quick, play a couple of tracks before we get out of here, y'all. It's HipHopTalkz Tuesday nights. Let me see what we got in the queue real quick.
Bangers. We need some death row. We just did death row. We need some death row bangers.
Okay, but I don't know if YouTube gonna flag it if we come with the death row bangers, but I'll try. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
One of Eastwood's things too. You can look up some of Eastwood songs too.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try to play a death row.
Got that Tupac, Snoop Dogg,
In the morning, feds at my door. Cortez pushes across the hardwood floor. Dipping through the alley, I made my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my Snoop Dogg tape. Man with no music, but happy cause free. Belling fast as I can bail down 19th Street. I got my sacks in my pocket and at least $1,000. Gold on my neck, my pistol's close to hand. I'm a dog pound gangster from the LBC. Remotely controlled by the bomb ET. But just living in big city is a serious task. Didn't know what the feds wanted, didn't have time to ask.
Coming with that G shit, that C shit that make them niggas sick. How does it feel to see a G from your clique? Wake up, jumped out of bed with my grin on. Last night's dice game got my win on. About a G and a half is what I came with. But 25 G's is what I left with. T. Lee was the word I heard. I went deep in my pockets and threw my stars on the curb. Give me the dice so I can break you niggas. I threw a 6. CIA. So my point was the big 7, 4, trade. Back to back, I sent 2 fools back to they lease ass.
See now, I'm off to the graveyard shit. And I got to pay my dues to make my grip. But I chill cause my hoe might call, ain't no thing. Cause I sleep all day and slang when nightfall. And I takes a quick walk up the block with my Glock cock, ready to make a stop where I set up shop on 50 and 8th Ave. Where all the homies be hanging, that's where a nigga be slanging. I'm making a cool ripper shit, this ain't me. So I put my chips together and cops a quota key. And now the shop's on deck, and everything that's mine, I protect with a tech, I don't have steps. Now I got ends, and I'm rolling a Lexus, fuck a Benz, and so many new friends. But I can only trust a few, and unawarely I trust in you. But if I only
G and Snoop, homies from the motherfucking get-go. Devoted and quoted back in 84. I was 13, G was a year older, but I still wasn't afraid to throw him from his shoulders. Getting put on the hood was the anticipation, and yeah, King Park was the destination. Every nigga that I knew was at the park that night, even the smokers that be loving to get sparked at night.
All right, we live, y'all. Tuesday nights. We getting ready to get up out of here, man. We got about 10 minutes. So I want to let the ladies, because they do a lot for up and coming artists. I do a lot for up and coming artists as well. I want to fill y'all in on everything and how y'all can get some work in with these ladies. So, Sal, how can what are you looking for in artists to push? What you looking for? Let us know.
Like I say all the time, creativity, having good work ethics that actually is not a hobby for you. Like I ask all artists that I work with, what is your 5-year plan? Like what do you see yourself in 5 years? If they like stumble over, like I don't know where I see myself, or they be like, oh, I just want to be rich, or I just want to have cars, or something like that, then I'm like, okay, this is not something for you. Because if you think that you just gonna make money off of it and stuff like that, like you gotta want this. Right. You gotta want the music. And because for the simple fact, you wanting it so bad, it's going to spill out in your music. Like everybody has a story. Everybody, has a story. I was on Section 8. I was raised by a single parent. I was raised by my grandma, whatever. Everybody got a story. Right. But it's when you put it together, when you put everything together and you get that sound, like Boy was saying, corleon was saying, it took him a minute to get his sound. Right. And that's what a lot of artists, if you look back at their old music, I was looking at some old Young Thug and and even T.I. and stuff like that. Like they sound was different. Well, not T.I. too much, but a lot of people, they sound was different compared to they sound now. Like it takes a little bit of time for you to actually get your sound. And once you get your sound, you be like, okay, now I got it. And now you got a hit. And like today, everybody's rushing. They're rushing to get something. They're rushing and they're missing the whole.
Nobody takes their time with anything.
Just like Corleon was saying too, like, oh, I used to be a freestyle rapper. I am a fan of I love freestyle rapping. Like I'll sit up at home and watch freestyle, rap battles all the time. But it's when you can do that at the beginning when you're doing the EPs or you do a mixtape. You can do all that freestyle stuff. But when you're ready to do an album, take your time.
Right.
Take your time. Take some of that pain. Take some of that experience and put it inside of your music, and you're gonna make good music. And invest.
One thing you said I want to touch on though, like if you trying to get in this shit for the money, you might as well exit, my nigga, because it's gonna be plenty of years where you don't see a damn dime because nobody knows you, and they're gonna be like, why should we pay you when we could go? You know what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta love it. I've been doing podcasting. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's funny. It's coming up on 11 years I've been podcasting, and I got a show in the works with my boy Mike, who I started it with. And we're gonna do like a little celebration show. We're gonna interview some of our favorite podcasters. I'm gonna have him on there. And man, like this is a grind, bro. Like it's a lot of time.
We're gonna have to do something like that. We've been doing this together for a minute too. We have to do us a little anniversary thing. I was looking back on some of our pictures. I was like, we was all in our all white and stuff. I was like, this was real cute.
But definitely, man, my advice to anybody that's trying to get in music or podcasting or producing, man, you gotta love it. Make sure you love it, bro. Like you love your kids and want to see your kids grow into something. You gotta really love this shit because the money ain't gonna come at first. Yeah, you gonna eventually start making money, but you gotta love it and you gotta make it your life.
And you gotta. And it's not about just the music. It is about the music, but it's what else you can give besides the music. Like when I ask artists, like when I'm interviewing them, I'm talking to them or whatever, like I look to see how you could be marketable. Like what can you do outside? It's like when you go to college. If you get a scholarship to playing football or whatever, okay, you play football. We know that you ball. We know that you can throw a ball. But what else can you do?
Right.
Nigga, can you add and subtract?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Can you do physics? Can you know what I'm saying? What else can you do? It can't just be just that. You gotta find ways. I spoke with one guy one time and he was like, I wanna do like Boys and Girls Club. Like I wanna be able, like once I get, the music going or whatever, my goal is to be, to get like Boys and Girls Clubs, with football teams and stuff like that. Then I met this other guy who said, I rap, but I'm really, my passion is really forensic science. Like I want to, like,
Exactly.
I want to, the murders and shit. Like I want to, do stuff like that. Whatever. It has to be more than just that. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to be a, a, a music concierge out there. I may be saying this wrong or whatever, but and to know your music and to figure out when you fell in love with hip hop, because it's if you can go back, and which I know a lot of these artists, I've talked to a lot of artists before, especially these young ones. They don't know their history behind hip hop.
Exactly.
They don't know the Big Daddy Kanes. They don't know the Run DMCs. They don't
know. And some of them that
Yeah.
know, they waste their time shitting on the people.
Exactly.
You know how many times I've been on Facebook? Oh, Tupac was whack. I'm like, yo, like, come on, man. If that's your
LL Cool J was whack, I was like,
right,
slap you through this phone.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't understand people that get off dissing the legends that paved the way. Without LL, do y'all know LL Cool J was one of the first black artists to touch on the fucking radio? He's
really?
one of the artists that helped break hip hop into the majors. And people, we ain't gonna get we're gonna have a different show about that.
Do you know more female rappers give homage to like the
because they're more respectful.
They're more respectful to the hip hop culture than the boys are.
Exactly.
The boys, they don't know nothing. They literally, I've talked to so many of these young artists. They do not know the Eric B's and Rakims. They don't know Boogie Down Production. I met an artist. I'm not even gonna put him out like that. He's never seen Crush Groove before.
Oh man, Fat Boys, come on, man.
He's never seen Crush Groove. He's never seen what's the other one? Oh my God, I'm going to tip of my tongue. The one with all of them, with LL Cool J, with it's on tip of my tongue. Not Crush Groove. I know y'all's around my age. I know y'all know the one with when they did the Christmas one. That Boys was on it.
I can't think of a name.
God, I can't think of the movie, but it was a movie when everybody was on there with the little murder in there. I can't even think of it. But he's never seen no legendary hip hop movies, like ever. I'm like,
so basically,
you fell in love with it. You didn't.
What we trying to tell y'all, man, when you instead of just trying to be an artist, like do different, learn how to shoot videos. You might not pop as an artist, but you might pop as a producer, might pop as a video director. Shit, I even went to school. Like in school, it's opening up so many fucking doors for me for music. So it's amazing. Shit, even go to school.
It's opening your mind too, and it's opening your mind to just. One thing about it, my son told me he wanted to be a producer, and he's like, "Mom, you're around all these celebrities and stuff like this. Mom, I just want to be a producer." I told my son, "Learn 3 instruments, and you could be a producer." My son learned how to play the guitar. He learned how to play the Ricky Ricardo with that little thing or whatever, that little thing right there, and the drums.
Right.
And I bought him everything he needed to be a producer.
Now, next you got to get him one of them beat machines so he could get to work.
Look,
right.
He started, he stopped, but it was the main thing was that I have nothing against Pro Tube producers or whatever, back in the days or whatever, but you can't just listen to music. You have to hear music.
Right.
You have to be able to tap and know automatically how beat, like Sugar Free. You know what I mean? Like that you can just take a pen and make a beat, or you gotta know if you can't hear music, you're not gonna be in tune with the way music is supposed to sound, the way music moves people, the way music gets your 80-year-old grandma off her rocking chair and get her to move into it. You have to hear it. You can't just be like, oh, that's my song. You gotta hear.
Right, exactly. America, so what advice would you give any up and coming artists?
Don't be 40 plus bashing the young artists. You could actually teach them something. Everything that you learn, I'm not saying you can't make it, but most likely that dream, you better do something else, if it's not working for you already. Or maybe you're not doing something right. So you may be able to learn from somebody younger that knows something that you don't know. And then you could teach them as an older artist what you know, and hopefully they can do what you couldn't do. Because I see a lot of that, especially in Las Vegas. It's a lot of competition with the old and the young. And it's like, come on, like, really? you know. So
But
yeah,
the older artists
I'm
will
actually
tell
kind
you
of
that
tired of
they
it.
love learning from younger. Like a lot, I've talked to older, artists before, and they will say that they enjoy listening to, I'm saying, the younger people talk and the new generation and stuff. They be like, yeah, I fuck with NBA YoungBoy. I fuck with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That they're
Right.
not afraid to say that or whatever. But these young
And
ones,
see,
they're
that's what I'm
so
saying when it comes to the
disrespectful.
hating. Right. You know,
Right.
don't be old and mad because of whatever reason you didn't get to do what you got to
didn't
do.
make
You know, at least
Right.
pass that on to someone else or the younger generation, or give them the plugs if you see it, or I just see a lot of that in Las Vegas, and that's what's missing out here. It's like waste of time.
All right,
For real.
y'all. We getting ready to wrap the show up. That concludes episode 3 in the books. We'll be back next week, man. I'm working on interviews with Fig Newton, a couple of DJs, man. It's gonna be another big show, so make sure y'all tune in. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at DJ_icon radio. Sal, what's your Instagram?
Still a lady.
Still a
Everything
lady.
from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. Follow me on there.
America, what's
And
your
I'm
Instagram?
Erica.75. And if anybody's interested this weekend in performing, if you're Las Vegas, please reach out to me. We are still booking slots.
Okay.
So,
What you could do, send me something that says y'all booking slots and how to book them, and I'll post it too.
okay, absolutely.
All right, y'all. We up out of here. See y'all next Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.